Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 where we're playing as China. And keep those comments coming in the videos. I've had some great ideas from people who suggested things. There was a request from someone, I think they may have actually been Mexican. They want me to invade Mexico. And as Mexico is part of the Allies, I think that's a fantastic idea. That's going to give us a backdoor into the United States, draw the US troops further south to fight on this border, leaving their seaboard open. So, fantastic suggestion. Love it. We're going to do that. We're probably also going to try and grab the Panama Canal, which will... It should help with our naval power on this this side of the world, I think. Anyway, it looks like an easy place to grab. When we work our way across the Pacific, which is going to be the goal of today's session, really. We're going to go for Midway. We're going to go for Hawaii. And then Mexico, I guess. So... yeah, let's go for it. There's a lot of work to do before then, though. We have to make sure that we are building a mighty navy to be able to get our ships across there, or our troops across there, I should say. But we need to make sure that we secure naval superiority wherever we travel. So researching better ships, newer destroyers, newer submarines, and we might have to make some capital ships. We don't have like a big aggressive fleet. I'm going to see if I can do this with subs and destroyers. It might be possible. It might be possible. But if we have to build a fleet of capital ships, we need light cruisers, heavy cruisers. Probably won't have time to build battleships and aircraft carriers in this playthrough. Who knows? Might have to go to that. That's going to take some time to build. However, in the efforts to construct our ships, we are currently lacking some steel. So I need to get this increased. So we can either go and do a bit of trade, or I can try and bring some more in from the colonies that we have conquered. I don't even know if that's even possible. No, because Australia is already pretty much fully developed on steel. We could have got a bit from there. We can get a bit from here. It's not going to be the amount that we require. And developing our own... okay, well, we can actually develop our own areas. And this would be a good shout, I think. So... There's an instant 8 right there, so let's get that top of the list. I know we're building, like, everything else, which seems super important. Queensland doesn't seem so important to build a massive base there now, so I'm going to knock that down one. And also, some of these... yeah, I went a bit overboard building the flipping airports, but why not? Why not construct them? Let's see. So, is anywhere else producing steel that we can boost up? It won't be an instant improvement... but it's... oh, hang on. That's an instant improvement. So if we get these on the go, without us having to trade away any of our precious factories... precious factories. Yeah, I know. We have a lot. Then that should help us. The other materials we're fine for. If we have to trade, I think we'll probably trade with Japan. They should have a bit of spare steel. It should be safe to get it from there. And we should be able to cope with that. I can't see anything else kicking around there that we can develop steel-wise. So maybe that's it for now. Until we go and conquer somewhere, we can get a little bit from Australia. So I'm going to put this in. It's an extra 1, but it's an extra chromium as well. So let's whack this above the list of airfields and stuff, which I certainly don't feel are quite so important. Anyway, let's just play time on a little bit because we've got to get our Marines into position. So our first job is going to be the assault on Midway. Oh, let's have a look at production because this is kind of... that's fine. The Navy is fine for now. But we have... actually, I need to pause this because there is something we need to do. We need to bring... or once we've... actually, we've got an invasion plan for New Zealand. So once that's done... I need to improve some of the forces that we've got kicking around. I think these are spare... are these spare armies? So we're going to put these into a new theatre. And we're going to call this... America, I guess. Because what we're going to do... do we have that spare field marshal still? You know the really good one? Yes, we do. Excellent. This is perfect for this job. Let me get him improved as well. Charismatic, improvisational expert. Alright, nice. Okay, bonus movement on land. I think I might take that because that sounds really good. But reinforce rate is... yeah, reinforce rate's good. Reinforce rate's good and kind of important. It's going to affect everyone in this. So this is kind of a deal. I don't know about the rest of these guys. I don't know if they're really all that great. Let's give these the Order of the Sword. Because these are just regular infantry at the moment. And we have some... Ooh, these look quite good. They're also just a sitting around army. That's fine. That's freed up a spare field marshal. Is the other one better? Oh, he has a lot of stats, doesn't he? Urban assault specialist, infantry leader, organizer. Versus the one that we've got in play. Hang on. I should be able to see from here. So, what's he called? He's called Zhang Zuiling. He's here. He's an ambusher. He's got the organization first, which is like defensive doctrine, mountaineer, trickster. Oh no, we're going to put this guy in. Slightly less on the attack, but I think an overall better one for our job. And these two armies. Now this is going to take some resources up, but we're going to instantly change these to the aggressive infantry template that we've got. Nice, we can afford that. That's good. And the same with these dudes. And I kind of want, because this is putting artillery and light tanks and all sorts of things. I'll show you the template actually. Remind me of it as well, in case we need to change it. So we've got the hospitals, we've got the light tank reconnaissance, engineers, AA, artillery support, and artillery in there as well. That's a lot of artillery support. Maybe I should change that to rocket support. It's fine. So we're going to have like, we want 5 armies in this. So I'm going to either recruit them all, or we're going to bring them in. Now these guys are finished now, I think. Excellent. So let's bring them in over here. And change the template over to the aggressive infantry. I like the title I've got for that. So it looks like we have enough guns in stock. So I was worried that we wouldn't be able to do this, that we wouldn't have enough of the big artillery. But it seems fine, and we did put a lot of AA guns in there as well. All right, let me just do that and make sure all these get assigned their stuff. It should be on the way. So this is part of our plan to build up a humongous force ready to invade America. I've got an army in Sydney. I don't think I want that army in Sydney. Ooh, pause, we'll have a look at this. So we've got 1944 destroyer hull. I'm not going to build the destroyers just yet. The improved depth charge mortar. What I need to do is actually research the things that are going to make a difference to the destroyers. And that's a nice one to get afterwards. But we also need things like the new guns going on. So I need this because I want to make some proper kick-ass destroyers. But we also need to develop the torpedo ship launcher because they go on them as well. I need everything, basically. I need absolutely everything. So we're going to really put some effort into researching everything we can in the Navy. We've got some Navy things going off. That's to boost the effectiveness of the subs. The mines was a bit of an extravagant gesture. We didn't maybe need them so much, but the sub stuff we do. But let's get the destroyers. Let's go all out trying to get the destroyers ready. I mean, this army in Sydney, and we've got Joe Stilwell's army. I mean, where are these guys? Right, so they are... Actually, they're not doing anything. I think that'll be hilarious. Let's put Joseph Stilwell. Let's make him an infantry expert. And let's send him off to attack America. I don't know how the politics of that's going to look. An American general sent over to China to lead the troops to help their defense against the evil Japanese, now still fighting for China during the invasion of his homeland. I don't know how that's going to play out at all. It's going to be a weird story in the press, isn't it? Anyway, let's also change him to the aggressive infantry. And we're running out of light tanks. And that's kind of cool because I wanted to see that happen because I was thinking of changing the factories around. But now I know we need some more light tanks still. So that's absolutely fine. We have these guys who are planning a military invasion. We've got a few more days to go on that. I'll let that run on. We've got the mountaineers. So I'm looking at my aggressive assault forces. The cavalry is ready, effectively. Where are these guys? Okay, so I've put them in here with... Oh, okay, we don't need them over there. Let's pick ourselves a port over on this coast. That's absolutely fine. They should be able to maintain everything over there. Nice. We've got the other armoured division. The big stuff. These are going to be good. I trust these are going to be good. So what's left in the Chinese theatre? We've got one army here. It's in Sydney. It's not currently doing anything. I'm going to pop them into the American assault force. That frees up whatever that frees up. Because Sydney, Australia, the whole country is now pretty well defended, so that's fine. Let's swap these guys over to also the aggressive infantry. And we're going to be out of light tanks, which is fine. And I'm going to risk the dangers. Crap. You guys were supposed to go to Fuzhou. So I'm going to risk travelling them all back. It's dangerous waters out there. But we're okay. Let's see how that works. Anyway, so what have we got? We've got the... Aha, of course. Yes, we've got these. They're not in the assault force at the moment. They could do with being in there, but I'm obviously going to switch one of these out. In fact, China defense. Why? What are you doing in the China defense? Okay, that makes sense. That's okay. Have we got a field marshal just for that? I guess that's India then. Okay, the Indian defense. This is the border with the Soviet Union, right? Yeah. Okay, great big long defensive border. That's fine. We know what all those forces are for. This was the coastal defense force just to try and hold India, because remember we had that weird... I don't know that it was an invasion. I think it was like some sort of counter-attack or rebellion that kicked off. So either way, it was awkward. So what have I got? I've got some fighters there over Army 6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 100 new fighters. I forget which it is. I think it's this one. It was easier back in the day, right? When it was just like small fighter 1 and heavy fighter 2 and things like that. I preferred it back then. So they're going to be over... That must be over that territory then. I could do with some tactical bombers, I must admit, but I think we're going to go for jet ones rather than assign factories to create anything else. Let's put another 100 of those in, because I'm going to have 200 to enjoy this. We've got that one as well. So, complete noobs? Yeah, it's over this area, this airspace. So, let's see if we can get some assistance with that. So, did I get those armies on the move? They're on the move. They look like they're ready. Where are these guys? So, they're in Beijing. We've got the homing torpedo. Nice. Excellent. That's done. We're going to get that straight into use. So, that was to improve our torpedoes and our sub-attack. I need more naval experience. This is the only way I'm going to really get this up. Oh, and we need this. This has to be done, because we're going to plan a huge invasion of the USA. So, that has to be gathered regardless. And we're going to, yeah, put some effort into naval research and improvement. So what can we build now? Civilian factories. Military factories I don't think are going to help us. Dockyards will, but it's steel that we really need. Is there any more radar that we can do? Go on then. We should have... There are some key points that we own. Is that mine? I don't know that that's mine. I think it is. Did we get that as part of the peace deal? I'll check that out. So, where are we as well? So, I don't want to build in Japanese-held areas. There's areas where we maybe don't have the best radar coverage. Don't think I need one in the middle of Australia, but we'll have one off that coast. And we'll have one off there. We'll have one off there as well. So try and... Do you know what? These are islands that could be at risk, so... And we should do a few more, really. They don't all need to be upgraded, but... anything where there's coastal nonsense going on, we might. Do we have one over our... I don't know if we have anything over the capital, which is somewhere around here, I think. Oh, I'll tell you where it is, actually. Let's put the AA guns on. Yeah, so it's... let's do that. Where's that capital? It's not where I thought it is it? Can't find it. There it is. So maybe we should have something useful around there. It's set to do it, so... I'm thinking of enemy strategic bombers coming over. I don't know that there is any at the moment. But other than that, I think they're solid choices. Fuel is okay. Synthetic refinery. Let's maybe whack another one or two of these up. Just because, why not? Okay, that's good. That's good. So we are still short of steel, right? We've got some more from the infrastructure, so we've got a little bit coming in. I am tempted to suddenly go and trade. But now we can have a look at production, because the light tank situation, we need more. The modern tanks, we're doing 6 of these a day. I don't think we need as many as that. So let's drop that production down. And put the extras into... Let's match, in fact. Let's match the light tanks and the amphibious tanks until we get the Marines kitted out. Now, this was to go into jet engines, so this will... it will help to continually improve that. I did want that, didn't I? I wanted the jet aircraft so much. But I think we have to do some effort to get the Navy up. Because we're not going anywhere without a Navy. It's just a sad fact. So let's get... and these will be fairly quick to do, so we're going to research all the light guns, and then we're going to make a kick-ass destroyer. I think, if I just check this out, did we get the rest of the radars? We've got all the radar, so that is absolutely fine. That's good. So the destroyer models, we just need the guns, and then I'm just going to make one, and then that's it. Now, speaking of destroyers and stuff, we are churning some things out now. These are attack subs. Let's put them straight into there. Actually, let's put them all straight into that one. And then I don't need to mess around changing the icons. These are all destroyers. Brilliant. We'll put them into there. I think they've got the new stuff. They have. We've got 2 more destroyers. Excellent. We'll make them a bit bigger, and we should have one little mine sub, is it? No, it's another attack sub, so let's drop him in there. Cool. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. The mine subs, now they won't have the range to really get an awful long way. But we should maybe start putting some mines. I do want mines over there. Because we're going to do that. And once we get a naval base, I'm going to extend this to try and get some sort of... I mean, mines right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean seems unlikely. They're surely more of a coastal waters thing. Anyway, let's get some fighting going on here. So the cavalry should have turned up and is okay. The mountaineers are just chilling. I have no particular use for them at the moment. These guys... now, these guys are supposed to be on... ooh. Oh, this is the attack on New Zealand. Let's click OK for that. And it's these guys here. They're hoping to navally invade Ceylon or Sri Lanka, I think, as we know it today. But there's a huge allied naval presence over there that we can't seem to make much headway against. Right, so we're going for the scorched earth tactics. Forced conscription. If I go for that, we instantly lose 10% war support. So I'm just going to hold off on that. Do you know what? There's another level of conscription we can choose, I'm sure. Don't think we've done it yet. Before we even need to worry about any of this nonsense. So I would quite like... Haha, we're nearly there with everything. So let me have a look what this does, because we've got the option for this. Let me click on it. The old border drawn up between the imperial government and the British was never correct. Even when the British pretended to respect it for decades, we have been too weak to contest it no more. This will... This does what? Gains a claim on Arunachal Pradesh. That must be in India somewhere. I'm going to guess. I'm going to get it, because let's do that, because we've been at war with them. And I think if the war ends, anywhere we have an actual claim on, we get to buy for less victory points. Is that right in the war score screen? I don't know. You guys tell me that. I've always been a little bit fuzzy on how all that's calculated. Oh, we lost some planes there. Anyway, we're trying to do our best over this bit. It's one option that was suggested was to do some paratroopers, and that's a great idea. We could drop paratroopers in over here. I'm absolutely sure of it. The problem is we haven't developed paratroopers. Hang on, this ain't good. Let me put some aircraft in there. I don't like the enemy having aerial superiority over any of my regions. What's going on here? What's coming over? Enemy fighters are coming over. Enemy fighters. How dare they? I mean, not that it's particularly important, I think. I don't have a whole lot going on over there, but I do prefer to try and control my airspace if I can. I have nothing over here. Oh, hang on. We have somewhere an invasion going in. Now, this was just going in on the assumption that it's New Zealand, there'll be nothing there. However, I might be completely wrong about this. Also, at some point, we dropped off the Marines, didn't we? Right, so the Marine Division, they could probably do some retraining, but we're going to go for a naval invasion. And at the earliest opportunity, we're going to try and grab Midway, which is a long way out. It's got a long thing for that, but yeah, let's do that. And let's go and see how these guys are getting on. They're going in, or they're about to go in, so this is going to be the moment of truth. So we have met... Well, I think that would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Pause. I've never done any of these throughout the entire game, as far as I know. So, New Zealand. Well, actually, is it a bit late to get this now? We get some breakthrough, so okay, let's trigger that. The submarines are in there, sinking enemy ships. Well, we're in, so let's get ashore. Oh, these guys need to march down. That looks like it might... Excuse me. That's got to be a port, right? Christchurch. Yeah, go and get that one. You go help there. We didn't land to take Auckland, did we not? Tell you what, let's do... Why are you taking such what looks like a weird route? Let's do that. And then, do we want to try and take Auckland right now? I'm going to try it. We'll try and hit him with 4 divisions. Supply situation's not going to be great here. I mean, oh, it's better now. Oh, okay. It wasn't great because we didn't have any sodding ports to supply anyone. It suddenly got instantly a lot better. Right, that was the trigger for me to then go and design the better medium tank, wasn't it? So let's put that research slot to good use. Going for... Okay, so we've actually got things going on. We can't do the other slots yet. I can start working up the other things, which are important. That was the aerial mine... Oh, aerial mine sweeping, not aerial mine laying. Can you do that? Aerial mine sweeping? Aerial mine laying, I can understand, but I didn't know you could do aerial mine sweeping. Not with the technology they had back then, but, I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't hear any of that. I suppose if you knew there was a minefield, you could drop depth charges and stuff in the area, but that's extremely random, isn't it? So over here... we were going to also upgrade the submarine fleet to the 1944 subs as soon as I got the improved snorkel. So let's go for this. And we have 3 military factories, which I always like to see. And our steel situation has improved no end. So that's really good. Let's have a look. Just check on the old equipment. So at the moment, it's light tanks. We're still short of modern tanks, but we're producing quite a lot. Amphibious tanks. And that's actually it. So we've got 4 divisions of modern tanks. We're producing 5 a day. So 200 days, basically. We're going to be happy with that. And at that point, all the extras are going to be building up into stock. So that's cool. 7 a day of these. And... oh, okay, the amphibious tanks are really struggling. Let me put some... Did I do a miscalculation for this? 'Cause I thought I'd tried to equalize them. I maybe didn't click on them. Maybe I forgot. It has been known to happen. Right, guys. You've got 22 divisions covering this. We've got 4 divisions trying to go in there. Let's just halt, in fact. Let's put a little one of those on. And just trigger it. You can do that straight away. You guys are cool. Right, we're going to get, if I remember, over in the China Defense Force... these guys, right, are they... Let's just pause a moment here. These aren't the ones I wanted. But I do have some of these left. I just don't know where they are. I thought I did. If I scroll out, does that not... give us a clue? So these are in Australia. I thought... yes, okay, I knew it. I knew it. There we go. So it's going to be these dudes that are responsible for defending the ports in New Zealand. We've only got the one port at the moment, haven't we? We need Auckland. Beautiful country, by the way, New Zealand. I spent a month there. Oh, God, 20 years ago now, but it was awesome. Awesome place. Absolutely loved it. Often wish that we'd moved out there. Let's have a little look. That helps with naval mines avoidance. Well, that's never a bad thing. Can we also get the... let's get the submarine hull. Remember, we're doing the big naval push at the moment. And some of these naval technologies are going to take a little while to come online anyway. But I've really enjoyed this China playthrough. It's been so much more fun and exciting than I ever imagined it really would. No! Hate it when the noobs do this. Right, someone... you lot, take that. Let's just do this, hang on. You go up there. You halt. Tell you what, you guys pile up here. Apart from you, piles in there. That leaves us with a mess down here, because we have to quickly make sure we get this back. But we've got rid of all them frontline orders. Right, good. Don't lose Christchurch. Christchurch is not a good one to lose. Right, we make sure we've got one staying there till the reinforcements arrive. Right, let's go and find... I'm going to need about 3 more guys, I think. Maybe not that many. We'll take 2. There should only be 2 or 3 ports down here. We'll send them over. We can always send more in. It's going to be Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch, and that's it. There's shipyards down here, but there's nothing too heavy. So we need to hold this, and we need to pile into this with everything we've got. 6 divisions, 8 divisions. Let's just do it. I mean, let's just brute force our way through that. But at this point, we've got air support and everything else, so that's good. And we are going in. New Zealand has collapsed. Armoured trains. Okay. Nice. We'll take that. That's good news. Again, it just handily weakens our enemies, I guess. It's hard to think of New Zealanders and Australians as enemies. Excellent. So we just need to hold Christchurch. We've got this place. This is solid. We've got the naval base. We can do island hopping. We can try and attack more places. What's this with a capital on? This is state owner New Zealand.